Hi there, I'm Lisa with Down to Earth Gardening and Design, and today we are looking at our African violets, and the question is, why does it look like it has a tall exposed neck? So don't fret, we can rescue this violet and we can totally make it thrive again. Now this is very common. It happens to violets that are mature, and there's a few different reasons that it happens. But first of all, I want to start off by saying I love African violets. I have fond memories of my grandmother growing them. She had them in a south-facing window in her farmhouse on this beautiful marble top table that was covered with them, and most of them grew to be about 12 inches in diameter. They are known for their soft, velvety leaves and their beautiful colors. So the flowers will come in purples, lavenders, pinks, whites, and they are stunning. And they will or can flower a couple times a year. So they are well worth the patience and a fun houseplant to have. So African violets typically grow in a nice little tight rosette. And you can see this one here. I have 3 in this pot here. And at one point it was nice and full, and all of the violets were looking beautiful and throwing out some stunning flowers, which I think I have a little bit of footage of that for you. But that's how they typically grow. But it is not abnormal for this to happen to mature violets. And they get a neck or a stalk, it can be called, because they are reaching for the sun. Could be one reason. 2 is they have mature leaves that will fall off or you'll remove, they'll turn brown, and you can see where some of them were right here. So again, not a big deal. Don't throw your African violet out. Okay, quick fix is we're going to repot it, and it's pretty easy. There is just one major trick to it. So supplies that you will need to repot your violet is you will need a new fresh pot, and you want to make sure that it has a drainage hole. Clay is very nice material for your African violets because they don't like to be sitting in standing water, so it'll wick away any excess moisture. But the size of the pot also matters. So you don't want to go any larger than about 3, 4, or 5 inches in diameter. So I'm having a shortage of containers right now, so I'm going to use this one here. I would, by the way, love to use this one, but it is much too large for the violet that we're going to be repotting today. 2 is you're going to need a method, a tool to get it out of the existing container. So it could be just a trowel, or even you could use a plastic spoon. 3, you are going to need some new African violet potting mix. So we have a fresh bag right here. Now, optional is I like to put a little something in the bottom of the pot just so the soil doesn't fall through the drainage hole. So you could use a little piece of screen. I like to cut up some old screens, or I'm going to cut this down a little bit and just use a coffee filter. I'm just going to cut the filter up a little bit just so I can place it in the bottom of the pot. And then what we're going to do is put some of our soil in the pot. Okay, so that might be a little too full. I like to fill it up about halfway. Now, if you have too much, don't press it down, just take a little bit back out, because you don't want to make the soil compact. Okay, so next we're going to be removing our tall neck violet. We're going to do it carefully here because we're working around some other violets. And I'm going to have to deal with them later because, again, I'm having a pot shortage. So I want to go out and buy some smaller decorative pots. So I'm going to have some fun shopping for those. Okay, so now you can really see it and get a good look. I'm just going to check it over. And now is a great time to remove some of those dead leaves here. You can also get your snippers out and you can cut them off. I'm just peeling them off here. Any damaged leaves you can take off at the same time. That's what it looks like. Okay, so the trick is we want to bury the neck. And it's actually going to form some new roots here. But in order to prep it a little bit, if you have a florist knife or a sharp knife, that might be a little easier. I'm just going to use the serrated edge of this trowel, and you want to scrape it a little bit here. And that's going to give it an edge and get it going. So just very gently scraping some of that brown off. Okay, so this is why I think I might have a little too much soil in here. So that's okay. There we go. And then I'm going to bury the neck. And remember, don't pack the soil down. I'm just going to try to press the plant itself in the pot. We're going to bury the neck. And that's it. Okay, we're going to give it a little bit of water, and we're going to put it in a bright window. It's going to get some bright light, indirect sunlight, or we're going to put it under a grow light because our days are still not quite long enough for this little beauty to get enough sunlight. And that's it. There it is, all refreshed and rejuvenated. And hopefully it won't be too long before we get some new leaves on it, and we'll have a nice full rosette in this little pot and some beautiful flowers. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks for joining me for this quick little easy project. And if you liked our video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and be the first to see our new videos out. So thanks again, and hopefully I'll see you next time.